Finally, the Premier League is back. International break was a bit boring.
It's been such a depressing start to the season, and by no stretch of the imagination does beating Brentford at home with 2 goals in the sort of 93rd and 97th minute mean that everything's okay. Far from it. It's a mess. But I was happy for Scott McTominay. The stuff that I've seen on social media over the last few weeks, I think that's when it's the classic, a club's falling apart, when you start to have your fan base and media people and questioning the work ethic of a kid who's come through the academy since the age of 7 or 8. I'm sorry, not having that. That's one kid who'll run through a brick wall for the club. That's the weight of his shoulders, on his shoulders, and the pressure and the feeling of just completely not having the support in the club to be able to actually just weigh your legs down. I've talked about heavy legs in a young player. I've talked about it last season with Arsenal going in on a title running, and we saw it. What we've seen of Scott McTominay in this last few weeks is him being outstanding for Scotland. Brilliant. And then he comes back to play left of a diamond against, or right of a diamond against Brighton. And he looks like his legs have gone. And all of a sudden you see clips on social media of him sort of look at Scott McTominay not running back. I wouldn't look at that and think that that's anything other than pressure and carrying the world on his shoulders from being a Manchester United kid from the age of 5. Big moment for him, and I was happy for him. I was happy for a few of the players that came back in, actually, to be fair, because they've been battered. And that's what happens when you've got a club that's failing. You sort of end up not knowing who's the good guys and who the bad guys are. You end up calling the ones who've been there a long time. And they've got some good lads who've come in and been bought into the club. They've got some good lads who've come through the ranks. The big question mark always is at the moment the stability that running's right through the club, and it's not there. And I don't think Manchester United will finish in the top 5 this season. I just don't. I think they're way off it, and I'm surprised because 7 or 8 weeks ago I had them 3rd.
This season has been a disappointment, right? I'll be shocked if we even get like top 5, top 6, the way we've been playing, right? I heard what Rashford had to say. We're not scoring enough goals and we're conceding more than we're scoring, and that's been the problem this season, right? Conceding too many goals, making too many mistakes, and we can't find a solution, right? Mainly, our attack has become better with Rasmus Højlund, right? He's solved some of our problems, but defensively, we're just making too many mistakes, and we can't do that against Sheffield United, right? This is a must-win game. Easy. It's one of our easiest games, probably this month, right? So I expect us to win. We need to win this. We can't draw. We can't lose. This is a must win.